How y'all doing today? I am overwhelmed Christian mommy, Audra Pellaparty. Thank you for joining. So today, my subject, my topic of subject, something that's got me overwhelmed lately, is housework, cleaning the house. So for all of my other moms out there, I would really love to know and hear back from you. Eventually, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to make it work? Because let me tell you, for my household, 3 people plus one small space to live in equals mess. It equals a lot of mess. Frequently, like the type that multiplies behind your back. Like you'll clean it and then you'll turn around over your shoulder and then it's just messed, like all over again. Right away, messed. And you're like, what did I just do for the past 15, 20, 30 minutes? Didn't I just clean? Somebody answer me. Okay, so enough of that. But yeah, so it's messy around here. The biggest thing that happened when I had my son is I realized that laundry was going to be my life for the rest of my life. I think especially with babies, because they're still throwing up on themselves. They're still having diaper explosions up the back, down the leg, and then once they start with like the baby food and stuff, then my son likes to feed himself with his hands and then like smear it. Smear it in his hair, his face, his clothes. So needless to say, we got laundry in this household. And unfortunately, the washing machines they're on site. They're in the apartments, but they're up towards the front of the apartments. So we have to walk to go we can drive, but typically my husband has the car during the day. So usually me and my son gotta load up in the stroller and head out and do the laundry there. It's frustrating. We eventually get to the place where we're like, there's nothing left to wear. So we're doing laundry today. I don't know if anyone else has that, like on a regular basis. Oh my gosh. Also, dishes, of course, that's going to be, with bottles and sippy cups and, everything in between. My husband, who is amazing, he loves to cook. He's a wonderful cook, but when he cooks, he likes to use every single dish. I don't understand how it's possible. He uses every single dish in our kitchen. So, it's like, yay, good, oh, darn. I have to go in, but I don't complain. I really don't, because I just love the fact that he helps, he contributes. He's a great husband. He's a great father. So we got dishes, we got laundry, and we just got stuff. So I find myself wanting to know, does anyone else out there in a tiny space, have you been able to find that, cleaning out a routine works for you as opposed to just cleaning at will? Right now we're kind of just cleaning at will. We're not really routine. Because of it happens so quickly. The mess happens so quickly. So, so answer me back about that one if you can. If you have a minute, just kind of in the comments below, just say, hey, we did this and it really works, or we got really disciplined and we started doing this instantly, and so that's working for us. And number 2, I find myself neglecting like one room out of the household. So I'm really good about, a couple times a day cleaning through the living room and then the kitchen. And then I hit up the bathroom a couple of times too. These are our most lived in rooms, okay? We're there for the majority of our day. My poor bedroom gets neglected really bad. I don't know if anyone else has that situation going on. And then all of a sudden you turn around, you look around and you're like, oh my God, this thing, if it had legs, would crawl away. It just, yeah. So trying to find time to sneak in and like start, because I hate hanging my shirts and stuff like that. I hate hanging clothes. So all of our hanging stuff usually ends up, in a pile somewhere. And then there's like all the baby clothes and stuff too to deal with. So, yeah. Once again, it all comes back to laundry. Have you seen that? You seen that cycle? That's a laundry cycle in and of itself. So anyone else have like one room in the house that just doesn't get clean the way that the others do? I feel bad. I feel like I neglect the room, but so curious to know if anyone's got the same situation. And also I wanted to talk about cleaning products too. So we're talking about all things cleaning today. I guess we should talk about cleaning products. There is a product that I really like, and we usually just get our cleaning products from Target. So the one thing that I do like to get, it's Meyer. The name brand is Meyer. And it comes in a spray bottle, and it's for the kitchen specifically. So, and I get the lavender scented one. I really, really enjoy this product. It works really good, and it has like essential oils in it. So your countertops and the stove ends up looking like more shiny when you're done. I think it looks really nice. But yeah, and even though it's not a big bottle, it still lasts a really long time. So I like the Meyer lavender scented kitchen cleaner. And also I like to use in the shower, I like to use the Method everyday spray that keeps mildew and everything, mold and stuff like that from building up in the tub. So you just spray it on after every shower, and you don't have to scrub it or anything. It's just good to go. So I like to use those two products. Let me know if you guys have any products out there that are really good. One product that I'm really struggling to find, like a really amazing dishwasher like pod. If you have like a pod or a liquid that you guys really like, that is like, well, bam, cut through your food, and work on getting the residue, dishwasher residue and stuff like that off of your dishes. If you guys have anything like that, I'd love to hear back from you on that as well, because I have not found that product yet. Okay, so this is my my part of the vlog that I, we talk about our faith, and this one was like, it really, I got a little emotional today just researching it and thinking about it. The other day we were at church, and my pastor was talking about he had to write an obituary for someone. It was for his father. He had to write an obituary for his father. And then he turned around and he said, I thought to myself, if someone had to write my obituary today, what would it say? And it really, really, like, that one caught me. And I almost kind of chuckled to myself a little bit first, and because you stress about like housework, getting your stuff done and all this stuff, and I was thinking, like, man, wouldn't that stink if your obituary said she was like the best housekeeper ever. She never had a dirty dish. She never had a pile of dirty laundry. It's all these things that we think in our mind, like, hallelujah, like to think of that happening right now. But at the end of our life, if that's all that someone could say about us, I feel like that would be a mommy fail. That would be a mommy fail, because we are called to do and to be so much more than just this daily grind of making the whole process work. Remind you, you do have to clean your house. If you don't, the popo gonna come and take your kids, okay? They're going to the state. You gotta clean your house. It's just sanitary. But the thought that I'm trying to bring forward is that a lot of times the things that should just be like a secondary thing in our life, a lot of times we allow to nag in our mind until it becomes a primary issue. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to leave a legacy with my children. I want them to remember spending time with me and not crazy stressed out mommy who's always trying to get, the chores done, who's always screaming about the dirty dishes, who's always, I don't want that. And sometimes I feel like I turn into that, and I don't want to be that person for my kids. I don't want them to remember me that way. So I do have some scripture that I found, and I was really, man, it's just such a mouthful. I almost want to like commit it to memory. It's such a wonderful passage of scripture. It's Ecclesiastes 9:7 through 10. And this is the Message version. I looked up a couple different versions. This was by far my favorite. It said it just so perfectly the way I felt it. So verse 7 says, "Seize life!" Exclamation point. Seize life. Eat bread with gusto. Yay, bread. Drink wine with a robust heart. Yay, wine too. Oh yes, God takes pleasure in our pleasure. God is so good. The verse 8 says, "Dress festively every morning. Don't skimp on colors or scarves." I need to work on that. Relish life with relish life with the spouse that you love each and every day of your precarious life. That was a big one. Relish life with the spouse you love each and every day of your precarious life. Enough said. I don't even have to say anything. That was just like God reaching down and just like touching my head and saying, open your eyes. This is what it's about. This is what life is about. You don't get these moments back. And then verse 8 goes on to say, each day is God's gift, and it's all that you get in exchange for the hard work of staying alive. Make the most of each one. Just wow. Psh, mind blown. Verse 8, mind blown. And then, that was verse 9. And then 10 says, whatever turns up, grab it and do it. So again, we're talking about seizing the day, seizing life. So whatever turns up, grab it and do it. And heartily. Don't just halfway do it, like do it with your might, people. This is your last and only chance at it, for there's neither work to do nor thoughts to think in the company of the dead. Wow. It gets heavy here. So this is where you really start to think. So there's neither work to do, no dirty dishes, no laundry, and neither thoughts to think in the company of the dead, where you're most certainly headed. Yeah, that just really, really describes so much what I was trying to portray, my thought process about all of it. So if there's ever any question between getting down on the floor and playing with your kids and the sink full of dirty dishes, this is something I have to work on so much, because sometimes I think we want to shame ourselves for not having it together, and oh my God, if anyone were to ever show up unannounced, I feel like I couldn't even let him in my house right now. I think we all have that, I don't know why we all try and fool each other. No one is a perfect housekeeper. No one has a perfect house. But, I know what I want my kids to remember me as. And I think God is calling us to come up higher, to come up out of that, like just shake yourself, wake yourself up, seize life today, hug and kiss your kids, Relish life with the spouse that you love each and every day of your precarious lives. I don't know, that's one of my favorites. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for sharing this day with me. I pray that you'll be blessed, and just remember, moms, that only Christ can put the well in overwhelmed. I love you.